Param Puja Swamiji, all of our sisters and brothers who have come from across the country and across the world to be here with us on the holy banks of Mother Ganga for our sacred yagna and arti ceremony. Today is a very special holiday. Every day on the banks of Ganga is celebration. Every day, every minute of every day is a holy day. Today gives us yet another special reason to celebrate, in addition to just being in this holy place in the lap of the Himalayas. Today is the day on which Bhagwan Ram, Lord Ram, took birth in a human form here on earth. It's the day of Ram Navami. And when we celebrate the day that the divine came on earth in a human form, we don't celebrate it in the same way that we celebrate normal birthdays. It's not a matter of, oh yeah, Lord Ram was born and then he had, a life. It's not that. The divine comes on earth in the form, at the time, in the way that is needed to bring back light to the darkness, to bring back dharma, righteousness, at a time, in a place when unrighteousness, adharma, is going to rule or is ruling. And so when the divine comes on earth, it's not the way that the rest of us come, where we're here in this human body in order to work out our karmic path. The divine comes for a very specific message and mission and reason, completely free, but in the human form. And Bhagwan Ram came as this epitome, the embodiment, the perfection in action of what does it look like to be the perfect son. What does it look like to be the perfect brother, to be the perfect husband, to be the perfect father, to be the perfect king? We don't have time now, of course, to go into all of the details, but for my sisters and brothers who have come from across the world, from other cultures, other religions, just one aspect for us to take in our minds and our hearts, the story of Lord Ram's years in exile and ultimately the war, and then him coming back to be the king of Ayodhya begin. They begin on the day when he was supposed to be coronated. Now you imagine, it's the most exciting day of your life, the day that you are about to become the king or the queen, the highest, the best. And on that day, instead of being given the crown, what you're told is, actually, you have to go out in exile, into the jungles, into the forests, for the next 14 years. So not only are you not going to get what you're supposed to get, you're not going to get what you deserve to get, but in addition, you're being exiled. You're being exiled from the kingdom. Go out, live in the jungle, live in the forest, forage for food, fight wild animals. But what does Lord Ram do? He doesn't fight, he doesn't complain, he doesn't slam a door on his way out of his father's room. He says, okay. And with divinity, with truly an embodiment of the divine on earth, with truly the embodiment of seeing the divine in all, of what is better for others, not for me, whatever is thy plan, not my plan, he goes. And Lord Ram gives us, all of us, regardless of what your religion is, regardless of what your culture is, regardless of whether you see in him the divine on earth, or you see in him simply a teaching and a touch for how to live your life. He gives us all of the means and all of the ways and all of the examples of how to live a life of dharma and integrity. That it's never about me. It's never about what about me, what for me, what I deserve, what I'm entitled to. It's always what for others, what for the betterment of others. It's this yatra, as Puja Swamiji always says, from I to we. The pilgrimage from our own internal psychological ego illness into wellness. That when I becomes we, that illness becomes wellness. So on this day, lastly, on this day when we celebrate Bhagwan Ram coming on earth in human form, the question that we have to ask ourselves is, has Bhagwan Ram taken birth in my heart? Yes, we know he took birth thousands of years ago in Ayodhya. We celebrate it, we remember it, we mark it today. We celebrate Diwali when he came back and Ram Rajya began. But has he taken birth in my heart? Have I given birth to Ravan, the demon king of greed, of arrogance, of lust, of I-ness? Or have I given birth to Ram? And that's the opportunity that we all have on this sacred day, is not just to celebrate, but also to commit internally to give birth to that embodiment of we-ness, that embodiment of service, that embodiment of integrity and dharma, rather than I-ness and ego. Before we have our sacred Ganga Aarti on this very, very special holiday, I'll ask Puja Swamiji to share with us for a few minutes his divine blessings of how we can give birth to Bhagwan Ram, how in our hearts, regardless of our religion or culture, we can have Ram living in us. And after our sacred Aarti, we have also our satsang in English starting again today in the satsang room in Parmarth Niketan through the reception area right after our divine Ganga Aarti.